Hello viewers, welcome to Mystery World. Today we are make an update for you, the most dangerous volcanic eruptions in the world. Number 1. Yellowstone eruption 640,000 years ago. The entire Yellowstone National Park is an active volcano rumbling beneath visitors' feet. And it has erupted with magnificent strength. 3 magnitude 8 eruptions rocked the area as far back as 2.1 million years ago. Together, the 3 catastrophic eruptions expelled enough ash and lava to fill the Grand Canyon, according to the US Geological Survey. In fact, scientists discovered a humongous blob of magma stored beneath Yellowstone, a blob that if released could fill the Grand Canyon 11 times over, the researchers reported on the 23rd of April 2013. Number 2. Pinatubo 1600. This peak was the site of South America's largest volcanic eruption in recorded history. The explosion sent mud flows as far as the Pacific Ocean, 75 miles (120 kilometers) away, and appears to have affected the global climate. The 1600 cataclysm damaged the nearby cities of Arequipa and Moquegua, which only fully recovered more than a century later. Number 3. Krakatoa 1883. The rumblings that preceded the final eruption of Krakatoa, also spelled Krakatu, in the weeks and months of the summer of 1883, finally climaxed with a massive explosion on April 26 to 27. The explosive eruption of this stratovolcano, situated along a volcanic island arc at the subduction zone of the Indo-Australian plate, ejected huge amounts of rock, ash and pumice and was heard thousands of miles away. The explosion also created a tsunami, whose maximum wave heights reached 140 feet 40 meters and killed about 34,000 people. Tidal gauges more than 7,000 miles 11,000 kilometers away on the Arabian Peninsula even registered the increase in wave heights. While the island that once hosted Krakatoa was completely destroyed in the eruption, new eruptions beginning in December 1927 built the Anak Krakatau, child of Krakatau, cone in the center of the caldera produced by the 1883 eruption. Number 4. Santa Maria Volcano 1902. The Santa Maria eruption in 1902 was one of the largest eruptions of the 20th century. The violent explosion in Guatemala came after the volcano had remained silent for roughly 500 years, and left a large crater, nearly a mile (1.5 kilometers) across, on the mountain's southwest flank. The symmetrical, tree-covered volcano is part of a chain of stratovolcanoes that rises along Guatemala's Pacific coastal plain. It has experienced continuous activity since its last blast, RW3, which occurred in 1922. In 1929, Santa Maria spewed forth a pyroclastic floor, a fast-moving wall of scalding gas and pulverized rock, which claimed hundreds of lives and may have killed as many as 5,000 people. Number 5. Nova Rita in 1912. The eruption of Novaript, one of a chain of volcanoes on the Alaska Peninsula, part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, was the largest volcanic blast of the 20th century. The powerful eruption sent 3 cubic miles (12.5 cubic kilometers) of magma and ash into the air, which fell to cover an area of 3,000 square miles (7,800 square kilometers) in ash more than a foot deep. Number 6. Mount Pinatubo in 1991. A stratovolcano located in a chain of volcanoes in Luzon, Philippines, created along a subduction zone. The cataclysmic eruption of Pinatubo was a classic explosive eruption. The eruption ejected more than 1 cubic mile, 5 cubic kilometers, of material into the air and created a column of ash that rose up 22 miles 35 kilometers in the atmosphere. The blast also spewed millions of tons of sulfur dioxide and other particles into the air, which were spread around the world by air currents and caused global temperatures to drop by about 1 degree Fahrenheit, 0.5 degrees Celsius. Number 7. Ambrim Island. The 257 square mile, 665 square kilometers, volcanic island, part of the Republic of Vanuatu, a tiny nation in the southwestern Pacific Ocean, witnessed one of the most impressive eruptions in history, one that sent a wave of scalding ash and dust down the mountain and formed a caldera 7.5 miles, 12 kilometers wide. The volcano has continued to be one of the most active in the world. It has erupted close to 50 times since 1774 and has proved a dangerous neighbor for the local population. In 1894, 6 people were killed by volcanic bombs and 4 people were overtaken by lava flows, and in 1979, acid rainfall caused by the volcano burned some inhabitants. Number 8. Ilopango Volcano. Although this mountain in central El Salvador, just a few miles east of the capital city San Salvador, has experienced only 2 eruptions in its history, the first known eruption was a doozy. It blanketed much of central and western El Salvador with pumice and ash, and destroyed early Mayan cities, forcing inhabitants to flee. Trade routes were disrupted, and the centers of Mayan civilization shifted from the highland areas of El Salvador to lowland areas to the north and in Guatemala. Number 9. Mount Thera, approx. in 1610. Geologists think that the Aegean Islands volcano Thera exploded with the energy of several hundred atomic bombs in a fraction of a second. Though there are no written records of the eruption, geologists think it could be the strongest explosion ever witnessed. The island that hosted the volcano, Santorini, part of an archipelago of volcanic islands in Greece, had been home to members of the Minoan civilization, though there are some indications that the inhabitants of the island suspected the volcano was going to blow its top and evacuated. But though those residents might have escaped, there is cause to speculate that the volcano severely disrupted the culture, with tsunamis and temperature declines caused by the massive amounts of sulfur dioxide it spewed into the atmosphere that altered the climate. Number 10. Changbashan Volcano. Also known as the Batushan volcano, the eruption spewed volcanic material as far away as northern Japan, a distance of approximately 750 miles, 1,200 kilometers. It is now filled with the waters of Lake Tianchi, or Sky Lake, a popular tourist destination both for its natural beauty and alleged sightings of unidentified creatures living in its depths. Located on the border of China and North Korea, the mountain last erupted in 1702, and geologists consider it to be dormant. Gas emissions were reported from the summit and nearby hot springs in 1994, but no evidence of renewed activity of the volcano was observed.